Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. I'm from SagePay. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about how we implement test automation at SagePay at a very high level, and hopefully just share some thoughts and some knowledge. So just a quick overview of what we do. So we, as you guys may know, we process online payments face-to-face and invoice payments as well. We have over 50,000 businesses and customers using our integrations. There's Form Server and iFrame integrations. We also work in a secure environment. We process over 258 million payments worth £21 billion. And all of this is within a PCI qualified environment. We also offer priority support to our customers with round-the-clock support. So we process £1 billion worth of transactions. We integrate with Magento, and we strive for 99.999997 availability. Those are our business goals, what we want to give to the business, and how do we achieve that? How do we ensure that the business gets what they want and we optimize our development process as much as possible? So what we needed to do was to find a way to have more releases that we were more confident in. They were less risky, less bugs, and that we can monitor, we can be confident in. So what did we want to achieve? You may question the image. It's quality versus time. So we want to give quality to our customers at speed. We want to give them something that works, that they want, that they need. On a weekly basis, we strive to deliver something small every week. So how do we achieve that? How do we achieve that with testing? Lots of Ds, TDD, BDD, pair programming. So we focus on user behavior. We focus on real user scenarios that we focus our development process, so we don't waste time. We eliminate waste. Waste in a way, meaning like that you don't want to spend too much time developing something that you don't actually need. It's about compromise. I mean, of course, we want good code, but we also want to deliver at high speed. And these pillars of testing, they enable us to strive for a balance. We also, obviously, we work in payments, so security is very important to us. So in all aspects of the development process, we have to question whether our code is secure and that we won't compromise the user's data security. So just a general overview. So we follow pair programming. So whenever we start working on any new feature or new behavior, it's always me and a developer. So we focus on writing the tests first, and then they go away and they can implement it and however way they like. Of course, I will go back and be like, your code is buggy. A part of our job as well is not only just to test, we also test the code. So we test from the previous great presentations before, just to see if there's any dead code, any code that's not used. And really we try to understand the code, not just the behavior that is being displayed to the user. So we use continuous integration. We use Jenkins as our continuous integration tool. So we have our automated tests running in the pipeline, and really once we see a green build, we can be confident that it's ready to release. Not just, I still actually have a lot more stuff to do. Then that we try to have as much accurate pipeline as possible. So we try to do as little manual testing as possible. Of course, we have to do some because you have to check user flows, check that the general look and feel is okay. But really, it's great because we only focus on the new stuff. We don't have to do regression testing all the time, like every week. It just wouldn't be possible to release like weekly if we did that. So we deploy and deliver every week to our customers. So we wanted to get away from this sort of mentality of testers just telling you your stuff doesn't work to this. So you may think that I forced him, which I kind of did. I was like, we're taking a picture for my presentation. This is really how we work at SagePay. Not one developer with his headphones just sitting there doing some code. This is how we work. So just some more thoughts on test-driven development and behavior-driven development. So we write the tests, we make them fail. We want to see them fail for the right reason as well. That's very important. So that we know that when it passes, we can actually be confident that we're delivering the right thing. So what I mean by focus on user behavior, normal and paranoid, is so developer just wants to get stuff working, and I want to make sure that it covers like the good scenarios and the unhappy scenarios. So I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to making sure that we cover as much as possible. Not too paranoid, not too extreme, but it's two different mentalities. Okay. So this is what we use to visualize our test coverage. So we have a lot of unit tests. So we test as much as possible all of the code that developers write. So when a build goes into Jenkins, we can be confident that the code is good and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And then at the top level, you have end-to-end tests, which they use like all of your services, all of your components. We try to have as little of those as possible because it's very difficult to debug any issues that may arise if end-to-end tests fail. So we want them to fail at unit test level. Okay. I mentioned security. So these six pillars of testing of security are something that we also have in our minds as well. So I'm not going to go too much into detail on these, but spoofing, tampering, denial of service, is all stuff that we keep in our minds when we're developing, and we go to our security consultants and see if they think our code could expose any of these sort of vulnerabilities. So as a result of our test automation, we've really gone from a very low number of releases, like every month, to like very frequent releases that we're confident in. They're less risky, they're less buggy, and it's really working for us. Like using an agile way of development, small changes every week is just great. Reduction in bugs. I mean, for me, this is really fantastic. Like, there's very low critical number of bugs. Very rarely, do you find anything that blocks a release, because pretty much most critical functionality is all tested, all in automation. So just to sum up, most important thing to take away for me is development culture. We don't work against each other, we work together. We all have a similar goal, so we work together with two different mindsets to achieve the same thing. Test visualization is also very important, so we go back to our business analysts and say, this is all tested at automation level, so that they can also be confident that when something, if it does go wrong, that it was down to bad luck as opposed to not actually having tested it. Security, so the bigger picture, there's more aspects of development that we have to consider, which may sometimes limit your code, but we have to because we work in payments. More confidence in releases. We're very confident in releases. We want to release to the business stuff that they want as frequently as possible. Also, uptime and the low number of bugs. Very proud of that. That is it from me. This is my contact information. If you'd like to just keep in touch, share some knowledge, share some ideas. Yeah, thank you so much for listening.